Bo and Z here, joined in studio by Maliek Collins, new defensive tackle, joining us now. Welcome to town, my friend. It's good to see you. What was it about this situation that attracted you and got you to sign on the line, which is dotted?
It was mainly just the organization, just seeing what's been built here, seeing what is continuing to be built. I think this scheme fits me to a T, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
I'm sure, Jim Schwartz wants you to just get upfield and get after the quarterback, which has to be music to your ears. Back-to-back seasons with 5 sacks, and you did it in Houston, did it in 49ers, and now hopefully here again or even more with the Browns.
Definitely want to surpass that this year. I think we'll have opportunities to do that playing with, some of this talent that we have here. Miles, Joe Tryon, people that is new here. I mean, Joe's new here too, so I'm excited to be here.
And you're gonna have a young pup next to you named Mike Hall, who
yeah,
showed quite a bit of promise last year.
I seen him on film. He a baller, man. I got to talk to him down in the locker room.
Nice.
I'm excited to play with him.
That's one of those things too. When you think about your experience in the league, and we were talking off air about the type of talent that you've played with on defensive lines in your career. You've kind of seen it all. You've been exposed to and played along some of the best defensive linemen in the game. What about those experiences do you hope that you can bring here, playing along somebody like Miles, who's here today, big day for him here in the building, and then also a young guy like Mike Hall?
I think those experiences shaped me to be who I am. I think. As a young player, once upon a time, I was in the same position as Mike Hall coming in. As far as Miles go, I mean, it's kind of different, man. Miles is like Superman, but I got a lot of experience playing next to great players like that. Played with Bosa.
Yep.
John Grenard, who's having a hell of a run right now.
Yep.
DeMarcus Lawrence before that, Robert Quinn before that. So I mean, just playing with some of these people and. I think with the Mike Hall situation, when I was going into my 4th year, they brought Michael Bennett into Dallas, and it just it really springboarded my career. It helped my confidence. It helped me understand exactly who I was in this league, and I think that's something I can help him with eventually.
That's that pay it forward, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What did you learn from Michael Bennett?
Just to be myself, just to not care, just be myself. And just to go play ball. It's production.
He certainly lives that. There's no doubt about that. So you mentioned the scheme earlier. What do you love about this scheme and what Jim Schwartz is going to ask you to do in it?
I mean, I can't cuss on here.
No. We'd prefer not.
Prefer not.
Yeah. I guess I just got to stop there then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that
I like that. By the way, a lot of things are in my mind.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can go there. One thing that we know about what Jim wants defensively and what this identity of this team has been since Jim's been here has been built on the defensive side, and it is a punch you in the mouth.
Aggressive.
There's a bravado. There's an aggressiveness to it. I assume that lights you up with the idea to get to play in that type of circumstances.
For sure. And specifically speaking, I'm going to speak on the 23 season because that's what I'm most familiar with the Browns because we watched them a lot. That was #1 defense in the league. We played out in the playoffs. So
yes, yes, you did.
I think that was
went better for you that day.
Yeah, that was. And Jock, he was on the other side. Then he was our D-line coach in Houston, and we was going out there and we was like, we gotta be the hardest playing defense to win this game, and we were that day. But
yeah, you were. Yeah.
However, I think being a part of that, being that group that everybody wanted to compare themselves to, I think that's what I think that's Schwartz's expectation, and that's the standard that he set here, and that's what I'm hoping to come in and contribute to.
You mentioned Jacques Césaire, obviously our defensive line coach, beloved, and you were there with Obo Okoronkwo in Houston, who was on with him, and he was thrilled to come here and reunite. What is it that players love about him? Because he's pretty much universally loved.
Man, he lets you be you. He's a former player. He played 9 years in the league, 10 training camps. He'll tell you, but 9 years. He's a player's coach. You can learn a lot from him, especially on this side of his career, and you can learn things about what he did, wish he would have did different while he was playing. And I think everybody wants a coach that's going to pour into him.
Yep.
I think that's exactly who he is.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And he is, like I said, very well regarded, and it's a good mix, I think, of veterans now in your room, young guys in your room, and a chance to get after it. When you think about this division, you got to get after it up front, right? You want to stop Lamar Jackson, you want to stop Joe Burrow, and even the Steelers, who have found a way to win. But it's a physical, in your face, and it starts a lot of times at the line of scrimmage.
Nah, for sure.
Which is going to be fun.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think about the fans here? Have you had experience with the Dog Pound?
No, I haven't, but I've played here, and I love it.
You
It's probably one of my favorite stadiums to play in. I like how the stadium kind of sits right off the water.
Yeah.
It's cold as
Yes, it is.
Can't
That's
cuss,
okay.
right?
We got dump.
Kev's got it. He's
Kev's
got it back home.
Kev's got
You're
it.
all
No,
right.
you're good.
I'm already
You're
on
good.
it, guys.
You're
Don't
good.
worry.
on it.
You're
He's
good.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's,
It can be very cold.
I actually got my first 2 sacks here back in 2016, so
Okay.
it's kind of nostalgic for me.
Your first sacks of the league were here.
Yeah.
How about that?
Wow.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That was a game in which the Dallas Cowboys did not struggle against the Cleveland Browns that day.
No, a little different operation now though than it was in those
Yes.
days. Yeah, yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yes. No, that was pretty much it. When you think about kind of, being in places and, Houston, obviously you guys got C.J. Stroud, go to the playoffs. Last year, the Niners, so many injuries, and obviously that season didn't end the way that it wanted. Well, neither did ours last year, but still a lot of talent here. When you think of kind of team goals, when, you set individual goals for yourself, but you also set team goals, what kind of is the vibe you're getting on what this team can be?
Well, when I sat down with the head man, he mainly spoke on being tough and competitive.
Yep.
I think that's who I am. I think that embodies me to a T. I love to push my teammates. I love to be pushed. So I think I think we're gonna have a good relationship.
Have you learned something walking into, you played with the Dallas, you've been with the Raiders, you've been with the Texans, Niners, this will be your fifth team. Coming in now, you're established, right? Coming into a locker room, kind of figuring out where you fit. You have some familiar faces here, which I'm sure is helpful.
Yeah.
But just kind of being able to be like, look, I've done this. I've
Nah, I
seen
don't
success,
think- I don't think that's the approach you come in with. I think the approach you come in with is, you got to always prove yourself. I
Absolutely.
think that's the hardest part about relocating is to come in and prove yourself and, just show them what worked.
Does that keep you hungry, though? I'm going to show this
For
locker
sure.
room, too.
You gotta
Yeah.
show 'em- you got to show them how shit get done.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
I think that's me.
Maliek, is there one thing you'd want the fans to know about you that maybe they don't? Maybe something off the field?
I'm just excited to be here. I'm just excited to be here. They get to know me as the time goes on.
Yeah, they'll appreciate you.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good seeing you. Maliek Collins in studio. Thanks, buddy. Greatly appreciated.